What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. My name is Al.
And I'm Terez.
And we are the Joneses. Listen, if you are new to our channel, please consider subscribing and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. In today's video, we're going to talk about why we have seven different bank accounts. Stay tuned. So one might ask, why do you guys need that many checking accounts, that many bank accounts? And I'm glad you asked. For us, it's simple.
We got all the money. I'm sorry.
We ain't got all the money, but honestly, it's what works best for us and our family of keeping track of all the money that she said we got. And before we start, I do want to start by adding that both of us do have access to all seven of these accounts. We both have access to all seven of them. And also, as a disclaimer, I want to caution you guys too that we're allowed to have all these types of accounts because we get it through my job's credit union. So my credit union allows us to have as many accounts as possible, up to like 99, without having to pay fees for each individual account. Because I know there are some banks that require you to have direct deposits going to certain accounts or a certain balance in order to keep the accounts without having fees. So we just wanted to put that out there to make, let you guys know that we don't just have all these accounts. We're paying a ton of fees for each one of these accounts.
So account number one is our main checking account.
Right. Yes, we're married, so we combine all of our finances. We're one, so our money is one as well.
So in this account, both of our payroll checks are direct deposited. This is also the account where all of our auto payments for our monthly bills are taken directly out of this account.
Right. This is where all the magic happens.
Yep, I call it our bill account. So any money going out of this account is indeed budgeted for.
I would say that 100% of all transactions begin right here in this account. And we both hold individual debit cards to this particular account to make necessary purchases for our household.
Account number two is our savings account. This is where we keep our emergency fund, which is currently 3 months of expenses.
In this account, we also keep other money sometimes that we have put aside or budgeted for purchases somewhere down the line. For us, it's kind of weird. We kind of know what our zero number is. And when we say zero number, it's basically where our emergency fund ends and then where the extra money begins. So for instance, if our emergency fund number is $10,000, we count 10,000 as zero. So if we got $18,000 in that account, in essence, we actually only have 8,000 because once you get to 10,000, we're at zero.
Ideally, we want to use a sinking fund or a separate account for that extra $8,000 that is over and above our emergency fund, but this is just what works for us.
Right.
Just keeping in that same account because we know what is what.
So now we move on to accounts 3 and 4. These are what I like to call the fun accounts. These are our personal spending allowance accounts. So each one of us get about $300 per month for allowance to spend on whatever we like. So she has a debit card for her personal spending money. I have a debit card for my account for my spending money. And it allows us to spend money on whatever we want to spend it on because it's my allowance money. So if she wants to go buy a ton of hair products, or if I want to go and spend all my money on golf stuff or workout clothes, so be it. And we designed it that way so that we can cut down on arguments for one spouse spending money on something that the other spouse deemed unnecessary or even just stupid.
Overspending, spending bill money.
Yeah.
Like that time.
And then even though we still have separate checking accounts for our own spending money, we actually both still have access to each other's account. Like I can see how much money she has in her personal spending account. She can see how much money I have in mine, and we can actually still see what she spent money on. So if we on this little fitness kick, so she can see if I went and spent money on donuts or whatever. So it's
I don't do that.
I mean, but she can though. So it's like we still have access to each other's account. Like we still have access to transfer money in and out of this account. But we just designed it to where it's convenient for her to have a debit card for her account and me to have a debit card for my account, personal spending account, to spend on whatever we want. So if she wants to order something online and she wants to use a debit card, she don't have to ask or get permission because it's her budgeted.
It's my money.
Yeah, it's her budgeted spending money. So
yeah. So then we have accounts 5 and 6, and these accounts belong to our boys. We have 2 boys, a 4-year-old and an 8-month-old.
Yeah, so just how we get allowance, we give them allowance as well, but it's more so towards things that they kind of need, not just to give them allowance because they're our kids. So twice a month, we transfer money from account number 1 into their accounts to cover things like clothes or shoes or even just haircuts or even things like toys. So stuff that comes up with just having kids. And the good thing about having these accounts is that we don't use all the money every month. So for like our 4-year-old, 2 months in a row, 3 months in a row, he might not even need clothes or shoes, and all he's doing is getting haircuts. So if we're putting $150 a month into his account and he's only using about 40 of it, in 3 months when he does need clothes, we don't have to take money from savings or put money on a credit card because he's accumulated money in his account that we put aside to buy clothes and stuff for him. Then when we do go shopping, we base the shopping spree budget based on what's in his account. So last but not least, we move on to account number 7. And I'll be honest, this is one of those accounts that we actually don't use a ton, which we should start using it because this is one of those accounts that will be considered a sinking fund account. Whether we're saving for a car right now, this will be that account that instead of putting into savings and we keeping track how much is over our emergency fund, we should just put it into this account to keep track of it easier. But we just haven't done so because our system kind of works for us. But we'll grow up and start using this account for its intended purpose. So eventually we'll get there and then make it easier for us to see our dollars and track our progress to see how close we are or how on track we are to reaching our goal of whether it's saving for a car or saving for new furniture or whatever it is. So and that's our 7th and final bank account. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.